Many times the people that we call have committed apostasy, the people that we term have backslidden many times in the church, are people who are showing signs that are now visible to everyone that this person, we are no longer moving together. They have gone to that condition where we have accepted that these are no longer with us in the journey. But that doesn't happen overnight. It takes time. Now, you don't just all of a sudden come and denounce your faith. No. It's a journey. And this journey starts with people who are in the church. So when we say committing apostasy, for me, it starts with someone who's in the church who understands that God has said, in this year, our theme is, I will go. And they don't go. Yet they are still in the church. They are coming with the others to the outing. They come to the Sabbath school. They come to divine service. And sometimes they are even given the opportunity to preach. They preach, but they don't go. So a story is told by Jesus of one who had two children. He went to one of them and said, I want this done. And he said, I will go. Huh? And the other one said, can you go? And he said, I will not go. But I want to send around this member who said, I will go. For this is our theme as a church. We said, we will go. But even though he said, I will go, it is just the same as someone accepting the fundamental beliefs of the Seventh-day Adventists. Someone accepting to be baptized. When being baptized, you raise your right hand, I will do. I will do. And all of us committed through our leadership that we will go. But if you are not going and you are still a member in regular standing of the church, you are short of committing apostasy. It's the same. Unfortunately, we wait for people to hold a bottle of beer and say they have committed apostasy. We wait for people to have 2 wives. Commit apostasy. You can have a girlfriend, you are married. The girlfriend is not impregnated, but it's apostasy. Just that the church have not known about it. Are you following? So when we talk about apostasy, it's a process that starts. And for the benefit of the movers, when we talked about the characteristics of backsliding, we discovered that when you are backsliding, I want you to settle and hear this, elder mover. When you are backsliding, you are facing the right direction. So in terms of the path, you are in the right path, but you are going the opposite direction. That becomes apostasy. You are deliberately not going to where you are supposed to be. So someone who is committing apostasy, someone who is backsliding, is someone who is in aripakat pechaunga, that is moving forward, but is not moving forward. He is going backwards, against where he is supposed to be going. But the direction is right. So he sings with others, Tiri, wana, wama, bo, wama, bo, wama, bo, tiri. Doi, baparwen. No, why you paragraph? Tinoenda. Kumusha. Nadi. Anotoziwa kuti hakuna dima. Anoimba tinoenda kumusha. But he's not going there. So in terms of the path, he is in the right path. But unfortunately, he is not going there. Facing heaven, but going to hell. So unfortunately, we want to concentrate with the people wakushowa masymptom kare. Vasauye kuchurch vasati say, biggest problem is amongst us here. People who are in the church as if they are moving with the church, yet they are not going. Second characteristic, when someone is backsliding, you don't put effort. You don't put effort. For you to be saved, you need to put effort. Thus Jesus himself says, strive ye to enter into through the narrow gate. You strive. You make an effort. It's tough, but you make an effort. You are fasting, yet there are many chicken inns. You are fasting, yet there are many pizza inns. You make an effort to say no. But when you decide, when you backslide, many times, you don't put an effort. Actually, many times, when you backslide, you don't decide that you are backsliding. When you see yourself not making an effort, and there's no longer friction, know that you are backsliding. So it's not a decision that you normally make. Kuti, I have now decided to backslide. But how do you know? When you realize that the journey which you are walking is just now so smooth. There's no more friction. You are no longer going forward, yet you are looking forward. You are actually looking backward. You are going backward but looking forward. You are backsliding. So these characteristics say, when you are backsliding, you are not putting effort. And the devil makes it in such a way that you start to enjoy. And things start to come vaguer to you. They start to come vaguer to you. Why? Because you are no longer putting an effort. So you can change jobs 1, 2, 3, 4 easily. And people say, he is being blessed. He is being blessed. Beware. Sometimes it's the comfort zone which the devil is giving you. We gave an example. Sometimes wasikana vanotanga kukuda wakawanda. You often got handsome kudiwa. Nyamba, it's not that. You are not standing on a firm ground. You are just backsliding. Yet uri kutoimba tinoenda kupi? Toenda. Unotoziva zvekumusha. Uko kusina dima. Ukavanzwa wakuimba. Makambonzwa rene musha uyo. Na mambo wayo asina magumo. Riyayo izere rufaru. Ika yejoha ijazoche beri. Jesu ndiye mwe jewe uyo musha haku na usi. Kamusoro kakaiswa padivi so. Timisozi tuchita kubudirira so. Unofunga kuti vanoinda nyamba vaindi. Vanoziva zviriko. Saka vemazuva ano vakati vamwe denga muchaita rekugugula. Hampindiko. You know about heaven, yet you are not going there. You are facing heaven, but going the opposite direction. And Ellen G. White, in Testimonies, Volume 5, page 218, expressed that this alarming condition in which we are, it's a condition. Chirwere, it's a condition. It's like BP. It's like diabetes. We have a condition. This condition which we are, it's alarming. Yet the church is staying as if everything is okay. Why? Because the devil makes it in such a way. I'm sure Pastor Makiwa is coming in the afternoon. Yes, this expression that he put the other time. He says there are two great people who are protecting you. I love that illustration. Two great people that are protecting you. Paunoenda ku small house. There are two great people who are protecting you. Number one, Jesus himself. Ari kukuprotecta elder kuti elder zvikazivikanwa kuti elder vaenda ku small house. for his life, he might commit suicide.
Okay.
Thus, Jesus protects him. Eh? For the sake of his salvation, Jesus is protecting him. At the same time, the devil is also protecting him so that the church doesn't know. And he continues. He's being protected by two great people. And when he comes out of it, he thinks, I can cheat the whole world. Huh? These are the dangerous things that are in the church. Such conditions are alarming. Great deceptions. Vanhu vanodzorera 9.5% or 5% or munhu anotambira nemayusa obhena mari oisa kutithe. But church treasurers' records very good in regular standings. Yet they are going the opposite direction. Ellen G. White puts it in that there is no true conversion in such people. There's never been. There are people who accepted the theory of conversion. They've understood it, but in them, there is no true conversion. She goes further and says, not many of them are willing to fall upon the rock. Huh? That's what we said. They are not willing to fall upon the rock. Because when you fall upon the rock, he will disassociate and dismember your body. You can't do things that you like. Because when you fall upon the rock, your favorite channels, you can't. Jesu achiverenga chechi yake anenge achidai. Anoona avasara. If physically they are part of Kelston Multicultural Church, but in heaven, they are not. Huh? There are people who are part of congregation, who are part of tradition, yet they are far away from what the Word of God says. So the way we define a church as human beings is to look at membership, is to look at people who are coming to church. Yet, according to heaven, it goes far much even further. Jesus is looking at the heart. That's where I wanted to come. Jesus is looking at the heart. So, it's a very thin line. And Jesus says, no one can trust their hearts. Not even one can know their hearts. Makagara paside so. And when you think everything is okay, yet hora iri kufungwa paside apa, bewaiona, why jump? But God have given us this just for the sake of our salvation. Nekuti nezvaizarurwa kwatiri zvinofungwa nemwoyo yedu hapana imira pano. So Mwari akazvivanza. So only God is able to read the heart, and that's ndiye anonzvera mwoyo neitsvo. To go further, handisi hangu kuti itsvo dzinoshande, but Mwari anonzvera mwoyo neitsvo. So in other words, it's the distinction to human eyes. It's very invisible. We can't see. This is something that we can't see. That even a renowned elder, a renowned pastor can backslide, yet he comes and preaches a very powerful sermon. You see how deep it is. So when you talk about backsliding, I don't want you to think about someone akunonoka kuya kuchechi, someone asauye kuchechi, someone akumwadoro zvaakuzikanwa. Ndikuti hane zvemunhu wekuti here and there anomwa amarula ari muchechi. Here and there anomwa wine ari muchechi. And then ndo vakawanda. Patinozovaona vaakudhakwa. It's too late most times. Yes. Yes. Musoro so. Ona musoro yeti mumwe mukati mechurch basa rake ndi hairdresser. And kana uri hairdresser, mahair salon andoziva ose. Ane mazigrazi mahombe so, handimoziva. Saka kana uri muhair salon pasina basa, wakangotarisana iwewe negrazi rako. Saka gare hapana maclients. Wotora vhudzi rako mbori stretch. After lunch hapana maclients. Wotora 100% yevhudzi rako, wotora 20% yacho worikanda huko. 8 yeswarapo. Mangwana Tuesday, maclients hapana, panongosvika umwe kwawivhi mari onzi 30, onzi ndichadzoka. Unyazoona kuti kudzoka kwemunhu hakuswe kudzoka. 80% yevhudzi ranga rasara huko, otora 55%, obva aikela yakadai o. Ka 35% kasarapo, obva akasimudza kakadai. Panosvika Sabbath, hairstyle ine munhu iyoyo, it's impractical. Ouya nayo kuchechi. But hairstyle yekushaya mari. Pano tichimba. Jesu ndasimbira. Anopinda nehairstyle yake so. Unooma ichichi unonzwa wakumedza dombo soti. Ndindazonyanyoshaya mari zvedii. Utazame mazuva nangu achipinda nehairstyle neyani. Nyamba chakonzeresa hairstyle iyi. Inhamo kushaya mari. Covetousness in the church. Wotonzwa muchingobva kuSabata wotonzwa nzi ndafunga kudzokera kusaluni. Woshaya kuti pane message yekusaluni yebutaridzwa kuchechi nhasi hakuna. But pane avaita sei avaona. Euda Ncube, pamakachinja TV yenyu, hakusi kuti yanga isaoni. Yaiona. But makaenda kwamazuva nhanga mukaona kwane iri caved, mukati yegotsi haichaiti. Yegotsi haichaita sei? So people in the church are busy competing. Ndiani ari pamberi, ndiani ari pa umwe ndimakanika. Nhasi anouya neBenz, haana kupera kuigadzira nezuro. Mangwana anouya neGD6, haana kupera kuigadzira nezuro. Achipaka mota yake handinongozwana makanika vanomwe zvimafoni zvakadaro, pamwe andotadza kuisa pasilent. Ichingorironzi akufamba neGD6 nhasi haachadairi foni, haachadzimi foni muchechi. Ari kuchinjanisa mota. Yet the church, wotonzwa vanhu vachiti magozi edu this year detatenga mota. Haisi go iri kubva pago. Igo iri kubva pacompetition yananga nananga. Yet these are the same people who are saying, tiri kuenda kudenga. The first church, their character, yakanga iri yekuti, hatidi mumwe ane mari yakawanda kupfuura mumwe. Saka ine ndikaita zvakawanda, ndotengesa, toisa papu, we share. That was their character. They were true Christians. In them, ukaverenga nyaya yaAnanias naSafira. Inotiyo, vaviri ava, vakaita sezvaiitwa nesangano, nevamwe. Vakati piece of land yedu totengesa. We are going to sell our piece of land. And when we sell our piece of land, we are going to give the money to the church. Lo and behold, the Lord blessed them, that the piece of land fetched more than the market value. Say per adventure, its value was 50,000. God blessed them, so that the piece of land returned 60,000, 10,000 premium. And they looked at each other, they said, the people know at church that this land is 50,000. When they went up to the church, saying, vana vaMwari ini nemhuri yangu vakahagana so vari pamberi pechechi, tafunga kupa land yedu kuchechi. There was a lot of amens. Unonzwa ropa kumhanya sokuti vanhu vechechi. Ukaverenga Acts of the Apostles, it will tell you kuti they did that, not that they had conviction themselves, but vakafambiswa nemalauzana evamwe vaitengesa vachipa vakajoina crew. Number two, there was a pool of fund yaichengeta vanhu vanenge vatengesa zvinhu zvavo. So they would put their funds in one pool. voti kana tichidya mavheji todya tese, kana tichidya nyama todya te, kana tichidya mafetikuku todya to, zvakafanana tose. This was their idea. So they wanted kudya pari kudya vamwe, yet they wanted kamwe kanosara kuseri. So piece of land yafecha 60,000. But the church knows that the value of this land is 50. They brought 50. And the man of God asked them, is this all? Yakakwana here. You know what makes me worried? Is that the idea that got into Ananias and Sapphira, the idea has not even walked past me. Ndopanotondityisa kuti ava vaviri havakafa, inini pfungwa yekumbotengesawo mota 1 haisati yambopinda, haisati yangu ndeyekutofunga kuwedzera kuti ndisiye vamwe vari muchechi. Ndiyo yose here. You see, it becomes so fine. That line it becomes so fine. Kuti, is this all? The answer was just supposed to be yes or no. The husband said yes, and he died. And I asked myself, but why? Why so sudden? The Lord had talked to them for several times, but even they were not listening. Mukadzi achiuya, ndiyo yose here. Vanhu vachitumwa, ndiyo yose here. Vanhu vauri kuona tsoka dzavo dzakatonyorova. Kana pane munhu akavigwa semunhu akafa muCovid, ndiAnanias. Akavigwa mhuri yake isipo. Zvanzi vana vari kuona vatsoka dzavo dzinyoro idzi dziri kubva kunoviga murume wako, ndiyo yose here. Unoona kuti was a family affair. Zvanzi ndiyo ipapo. So it's a very, very thin line. It's a matter of your heart. Have you been truly converted, or you are in the church for certain consequential benefits that come as a member of the church, yet there's no true conversion in you? Are we together? Let me read this. I've seen your hands. I'm coming. Hans Panapa. Pride, covetousness, and the love of the world has lived in the heart without fear of banishment. Love of the world. Pride, covetousness. Nothing about covetousness. Pride. And the love of the world. Be ye in the world, but not of the world. But people who are in the church are people who love the world so much. Just judge by the nature of reels that come on your page. Just judge by the nature of adverts that are coming on your page. It will tell you where your interests are. This is more personal now. Because the phone in the yako, or if I give you your phone now, which application would you naturally go to? There are more than 30 applications on your phone. Which one would you naturally go into? Naturally, you know it. Mutu no wira kwa wakarerekera. Naturally, auslambo zifunga unongona wapa WhatsApp, wapa TikTok, oh, garandiri mchechi. Mutu no rira kwa wakaita say, when you open your Facebook, there are adverts that are coming. Ukazoevula tripot, amino zuru kuvaniku, amino zuru kuvaniku. There is a lot of artificial intelligence in those systems. They know what you want to watch. Even zima reels, zvinouya pa Facebook pako, pa Instagram pako. How many times are you seeing Shoniwa preaching on your Instagram? Chichingoya advert. chashoniwa kana makiwa achiparidza? No. No, you know what is coming. Why? That's what you naturally watch.